Hey BBs, it's Max, and today I'm back with you guys for another video. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing super fierce. In today's video, y'all, I'm back with you guys, and we're sitting down and ghoul chatting about Monster High Generation 3. In today's video, I wanted to make a part 2 to a video I made back in the end of 2023, which is kind of just predicting my Monster High, prediction of which dolls I think are going to get expensive secondhand after production and everything. And I chose to not watch that video back again because I wanted to have a fresh set of thoughts and a fresh set of dolls. And honestly, not even watching that video back, I'm looking at the little dolls I picked, and there's not a single, I mean, there's like one or two dolls that are really here from that time period, and it's kind of really funny because I think Monster High Generation 3 is a really cool doll line where I feel like usually when a doll line comes out, like that's at their best is when they first come out, and like as they go on, they kind of get worse. Monster High Generation 3 is kind of doing the opposite of what G1 did, and I think as they go on, they get a lot better in like the concepts, and they get a lot stronger because they kind of find their brand identity, which is really interesting. Again, I think Monster High G1 did the back of it, and I feel like the later dolls, like 2014 to 2016 dolls, are a little bit more cheaper usually. I mean, that's very like there obviously some hit or missers in that kind of area, but like usually for the most part, like the dolls that are really expensive secondhand is really just determined by the fans and like the popularity. So if a doll's more popular and well liked, usually that doll gets to tend to be a little bit more expensive because people are willing to pay more of a price for them, and that's not always the case, but usually that's again why, like, the Dawn of the Dance Monster High dolls, G1 dolls are expensive. Signature dolls were expensive for a really long time because, like, it's fan favorites that are really, get expensive. And I think in Monster High Generation 3 terms, I think their start in 2022 was a lot rougher than it is now, and again, they've kind of really grown to find themselves, which I think the dolls that I have right now, I think, are going to be more fan favorites, and I think that's just how they are going to go throughout, their lifespan. I think they're just going to continue to get better, maybe. That's what I'm hoping for and predicting because Monster High Generation 3 has gotten really strong. A little bit of an update on the current market of Monster High Generation 3 because usually the dolls are sold for less than retail or retail pricing on the secondhand market unless it's like a very early release or unless there's like an international exclusive, whatever that is. Usually, again, they sell for what they're worth in store, but there are some outliers to this. And the first couple outliers that I have to mind, and I don't really check the Monster High Generation 3 market, so there could be some more that I'm just missing, but from what I've gathered, again, the fans really seem to love this Ultimate Secrets Draculaura. I've seen this doll like on like Mercari sometimes being listed for really expensive, and then I see people buy her for a little bit more expensive from point. So again, like an update to that original video, I guess. So Ultimate Secret Draculaura again is a big fan favorite, and I do see her again pretty expensive, so I thought that'd be kind of fun. I feel like the Monster High Whole Iridescent line is pretty expensive secondhand right now. Draculaura is another fan favorite. Usually that's kind of how she works. She's usually the more expensive one out of the line secondhand, but no, I find these ones are sold for a pretty nice little deal right now. Not good. Usually do see the Monster High Iridescent listings go a little bit more expensive than like a core doll would be. Did a very quick search of Draculaura, and the first one is like $72 for some reason. So we're gonna go into the first ones, and I think, again, usually basing it off like fun little like fan favorites and more, harder to find dolls, I definitely feel like the Monster High Fang Club Road Trip Divas will definitely have a very huge spike in popularity. I feel like these dolls were sold in a big set with the car, and I feel like usually dolls that like are available commonly are very much not in the playset. They just didn't really get like that big of a release. They were only sold during Christmas time of 2024, and I know that a lot of Targets only got one or two in the physical store, and I know I got mine online, so I never bought this in real life, but I feel like the fact that they only had like two sets or four sets, like a very like not more than like 10 in the store through the whole season. I mean, that's just what I've gathered from it. I think that might have a little impact on their little availability in the future. I also feel like these dolls are really criminally underrated right now. Like, I think this Draculaura is so stunning. I mean, she's kind of basic, it's just Draculaura, but I love how creative these dolls are. Like, I feel like the little, like, raincoat that's, like, a little pink vinyl is so fun. It really does stand out in the terms of Draculaura dolls, in my opinion, just because it is different. I also really like these this shoe mold is so good. They used this mold back at Monster Ball, and I'm happy that they reused it. But I also feel like this Claudine is a huge standout in, again, the Claudine verse of Generation 3. I feel like I never really saw that much, like, hate for her in, like, the community space. I feel like everyone who collects Generation 3, who's kind of grown to really love Generation 3, really likes this doll, usually. I mean, she's very That's So Raven. I think I said that in her review. I love the jacket is kind of it's already, like, weird. I've had this doll in my collection for not that long, again, since, like, Christmas time, and it's, like, not peeling, but it's, like, wrinkly, so I feel like this jacket is gonna get torn up, especially if kids are playing with it, like, in the future, like, this jacket is never gonna look nice, which is really unfortunate because I love this jacket, but the pleather material just doesn't stand up over time. It looks like an old made, like, it looks like this is an old jacket. I mean, it's kind of trendy that she looks like she's wearing a jacket that was beat up in the 2000s because, like, right now thrifting is the trend for the girls, and she's very trendy with it. But again, I don't know. I really love this Claudine, and I feel like she has a lot of potential to really stand out in the future of Claudine. Like, when we're looking back on Generation 3 in a couple years, I feel like she could definitely be a Claudine that really strikes. She has a lot of personality in her outfit, and she's really fun. Again, I like these little lime green accents she's fallen. And she also saran. It's a nice little saran release for Claudine as well. I felt like once Monster High Scaredise kind of came out back in the end of 2023, that's when, like, the shift for Monster High started coming out, that and Venus coming out. So I definitely want to make a little note of Draculaura Scaredise doll being one of the more memorable ones. Again, usually the dolls that get expensive are more memorable, more standoutish, and I love a good theme. I feel like everyone loves a good theme, and also kind of just basing off Gloom Beach Draculaura. I know she's one of the more expensive ones. I feel like Scaredise kind of fits in. She's a cute doll. She lost her keychain. I don't know where that went. But no, I think this Draculaura is so, so, so sweet. She has a really fun little, like, yellow kind of accents with her, which is, again, a little bit more different for Generation 3 Draculaura. She, again, usually stays pretty samey with, like, that split dye hair, or yeah, that's kind of what I think about when I think of Draculaura in Generation 3, and the fact that this doll has, all black hair, it's really long. I think she's a really cute one. I think, again, I feel like the fans enjoy this one. I love her big hat. Again, this is more of a standout piece for Jack, and these heart heels are super Dawn of the Dance. I also think, again, Scaredise Laguna might benefit from being, not benefit, like, but, like, benefit in the terms of this video of, like, getting more expensive, because she was a really weird release. She was only released on Amazon and in Macy in person, and she came with that big playset. Again, usually playset dolls are not produced as much as a regular core doll or a budget doll would be. So there's less of her in the world. So I don't know. But I think this Laguna, again, is really slept on as of right now. But she is low-key really pretty. I did give mine some, like, little braid crimps back, the boiling water technique. And I kind of scrunched her skirt up a little bit because I think the skirt was, like, too long for, like, a beach look, to be honest. Like, it should have been shorter than the little plastic bits, but I feel like she's a really underrated Laguna. I know we are getting this facial something similar is about this. Maybe it's the rooting pattern on her day out doll, so that might, like, maybe she won't be like that, like, lived and loved for, because again, that once something's reused a little bit, like, it kind of, like, dumbs it down a little bit. But I think this face is really good. Also, the rooting pattern, kind of the inverse of her core doll with the middle part, and there's two different colors on it. I kind of like live for it. The outfit's also cute. Again, you just have to, like, scrunch the skirt up a little bit. I love these little object heel shoes. Again, I love when Monster High gets very campy with it. Again, this doll is really, really cute, and I feel like everyone is kind of sleeping on her a little bit, but I think people are going to wake up, like, maybe in the future. I don't know. But I just think this doll is so stunning, and everyone needs to go live for her. And I was just speaking on G3 Venus, so I have to bring her into the mix again, because this is one that I think honestly turned a lot of G3 haters into fans with this doll release. I think she's a really, really cool one. She's, again, more unique in a lot. She's, like, better than G1 Venus, which I think is really hard to say for a lot of the dolls, but I think she's really good. And again, this was a huge fan favorite, and I think the fact that she's a fan favorite is gonna, you know, there's just something so relatable and cutesy about her outfit. Like, it's a very nice, like, simple one. I feel like, again, you'd see this in real life. I love, like, the mismatched shoes and the alternative route that kind of is still very Venus. She also does have that not shaved side head, but it's like I think they're just cornrows or braids. And then she does have, again, this really fun vine textured hair, which is also, like, twists and stuff. So I just feel like, again, she stands out among the G3 core dolls, and she's just really, really fun and really cool and pretty, and I don't know, I think she's, again, a really, really big fan favorite. I feel like I see her in a lot of collections, which is amazing. I really, really want more G3 Venus, and I think every time we get a new Venus doll, like, every time a new stock photo comes out, she gets like Draculaura hype almost. Not, like, fully Draculaura hype, but, like, she's very close to Draculaura hype. Like, I think I've also seen a couple, like, just Draculaura collectors buy, like, a Venus. Maybe I'm just projecting that, but yeah, I feel like she's very well universally liked, and I think I could see her design being really relevant in a couple years as like a staple of what this era of fashion might look like. Because again, not a lot of the dolls in G3 are really fashion dolls. So they don't really capture the fashion capsule a lot of the times. But no, I think this one does, and I'm really excited that she's in my collection because I think she's pretty. And I don't think, again, none of these dolls are really gonna get like hard to find, like, because they are mass produced in like thousands, so it's not like they're actually rare. Again, this is just perceived um, monetary value through collectors on the eBay. And I have one last G3 2023 doll to really talk about. Everything else is 2024 releases. This is Goulia Neon Fright. And this doll is Goulia's last doll we have seen since 2023. And usually, I think it's been kind of like rumored that Goulia is going to be shelved from the Generation 3 lineup. This character I don't think sold very well. And Goulia just, her design's a little bit funky, but I think that might be the reason why she might kind of be T later on. This doll probably wasn't bought as much as the other ones were. I think she was a Target exclusive as well, and she was a character that everyone liked, a Target exclusive, and in the Schools Secrets locker, I feel like this doll complete is definitely going to get expensive, just because fans kind of like, I mean, the relationship with Goulia is very interesting in the Monster High community. I feel like everyone hates G3 Goulia, so maybe she'll just stay like a very like no one really cares, like just like whatever Goulia, like she just might be one of those characters, but she also low-key might be really T later on, because again, we never really got that much from Goulia, and I think the fact that I think both her dolls didn't do very well, I don't think people liked them, and I saw them flood a lot of the Targets for a while, but yeah, I feel like this Ghoul I think this is Goulia's better doll in the Generation 3 universe, but again, I just don't think it's struck home for a lot of people. I love this face though. I think this face is, well, I don't like the lips, but I like the eyes. Brains. Yeah, justice for Generation 3 Goulia. I wish her designs weren't so funky all of the time, because she could have been fun, but she had green skin and thin lips, so. But now time to speak about a character who everyone loves. I think Catty Noir is, again, a huge fan favorite, I would say, at least in the online collecting space. I feel like everyone really was talking about this diva when she came out. Everyone was kind of, I think a lot of people bought her when she came out as well. I mean, she's a pretty pink cat star, like pop star, cat star, pop star. Like it makes sense that she's just that diva. She's neon hot pink, and she's Catty Noir. Catty Noir is still like one of my favorite Monster G3 G Monster characters, whatever. I don't know. I think she's, again, a popular one. She's cute. I think she had a little controversy too because of her little bow sleeves, which, you know, I put them back on her for my collection because I thought they're kind of cute. But I don't know. I think she's a really sweet one. I think her face is amazing. The sparkles are so adorable. She has a cute little eyes, a really cool ombre lip. This is like the first time G3 did this, was like this like ombre lip, which I love, love, love. Yeah, I don't know. A very solid doll, a very classic doll, but a very fun one. I think everyone's gonna stay living for her. Oh, talking about some of the new characters, I feel like I'm gonna take a little pivot, and I think the potions of the Monster High mystery things are like whatever. They're not like mainline. They're not like really like that important. They're just like little figures. But I did bring 3 over from my collection that I think could get the girls gagging in a couple years once they're kind of off the shelves. And like, again, these are blind items, so I don't really think if they're gonna be that expensive. But Draculaura I picked because it's Draculaura. She's already, like, I feel like this doll already sells for like more than she costs in Target, which is kind of funny, but like whatever. I also thought Spectre of Honor Grace from Series 1. This one is just really, really cool, but maybe not, because I guess she is getting a re-release. The same mold is being released again, but I don't know. There's something really special and fun about her. And I also thought Catty Noir, because Catty Noir is one of my favorites from G3, and I feel like everyone like still enjoys her pretty much. So yeah, I thought these 3 could be a little bit more of an expense for the collectors. I also brought over one of my favorite dolls from my current line, is the Core Refresh Cleo. This doll, again, is another one that is a pretty big fan favorite. I feel like everyone likes this Cleo denial for the most part, and it's because she is so detailed, and she, again, feels like a very big standout from Cleo. She's wearing a lot of darker makeup. She's a really relevant and current hairstyle, and her dress and outfit is very relevant. I feel like, again, this is a fashion, not fashion trend, but like it's like a fashion, but like Monster High-ified, which is really, really special and cool. She does also have some really nice shoes. And again, I just feel like this Cleo is a very fun one. I think a lot of people enjoy her. And I think the wave 2 of Core Refresh, the Core Refresh ones, I think these ones are low-key also gonna get expensive like as a line, because they are just very like strong, I would say, in terms of like doll designs and getting into the darker colors. I think they're really, really creative, and they're really fun and just exciting. I also brought over Laguna from the same line because, again, I feel like no one really cares about this doll right now, but I think she is also very unique because it is the first, not the first time, but like we have pants that actually fit the doll, and the pants are very nice, high quality. The shirt's really cool, and it's, again, fashion, but it's also Monster High-ified. And I don't know, again, maybe like another Laguna isn't, but I think Laguna low-key might be a fan favorite character, maybe, potentially. I think the pink fish girl, I think the girls like her. So I just brought her over because I thought she's a really cute one. In terms of more Skulltimate Secret stalls, again, I think the Skulltimate Secret stalls are going to be harder to get in the future because they have so many pieces. Like, they all have like second outfits and like little doodads and stuff. So like potentially those ones will be harder to get complete because, again, kids and collectors lose things. Like, I lose things all the time. I brought over Abby though from Skulltimate Secrets Wave 4, the pop star one, and it's just because this is the Abby with the updated face, and she is really, really, really gaggy. This is also, again, I would say, like, from my point of view, is like one of the fan favorites from this wave. I might be completely wrong and whatever, but I think she's really, really, really strong. I haven't really seen her. I see her sometimes at Walmart, but mainly at Target. So I don't know, but I think her face is really pretty and her outfit is really cool. Again, one of the memorable ones out of Ultimate Secrets. A lot of the dolls are wearing casual themes, but like, again, I think the ones that stand out are going to be the ones that really do well in terms of like longevity. Like, this one is, she's a pop star. We have Iridescent, which is already expensive because like their winter line. Like, I think those are kind of what's tea. She's also wearing really cool shoes, and yeah, I don't know. I love a good little gimmick line. But also, like, low-key, this little microphone pops out so easy on the headband, so I think I could see a lot of kids and collectors losing the little microphone. So I'm gonna glue mine in one day, but yeah. She's cool. And she's really pretty. I actually love that Abby so down. Okay, so Monster High's Monsterfest that was just released is one of my all-time favorite Monster High lines, no matter the generation. So I brought over, I think the whole line overall is gonna do. She's a pretty memorable line. She had like a little album come out. She had a little music video. She had you know, the 1 hour long special on Nickelodeon. Like, the Monsterfest line got a nice bit of promotion, and usually, again, the big lines are the lines that are fan favorites, and then the fan favorite lines, again, get expensive. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but I want to like let you guys know where my thoughts are coming from. I thought Laguna's low-key gonna be really funny to see secondhand, because this doll is the one with the most like facial differences I've seen from batch to batch. A lot of this Laguna is really wonky sometimes. Some of her eyes are just kind of like oopies, oop. But I would say Laguna is, I don't know if she's a fan favorite, but she did sell out low-key. No, Black Friday, she was the only one from Monsterfest to really sell out at like a lot of the Targets, because she was like, they're all $12, but she was the one going quickly. So I feel like she might be that diva really later on. Again, I think Laguna is kind of solidifying her spot in G3. I think she's been, again, the kids have been liking her, the fans have been kind of really growing onto her, and I think this one is one of Laguna's best. She has these really, really cool, unique object heels, like a little fishbowl in them. Like, that's really cool, I think. I also really love this purse. It's kind of an ode to her G1 original purse, and I just think the makeup is very different for Laguna. She has this platinum blonde hair, and she's my favorite. This doll is actually like my profile picture on like a million, every website. I think she's my profile picture because I just love this one so bad. Like, she's my ultimate Laguna. Yeah, I think the makeup's cool, and the outfit is very Monster High. You get a big plastic belt with a cool little mini dress, and like the mini dress is kind of like did up and done. Yeah, I think this is a really, really good one. Again, I think she is definitely going to be a fan favorite, like, later on. I feel like sometimes with dolls, like, people don't get it when they first release, like, but, like, they get it later on. Did ever bring Claudine? I think Frankie and Cleo are also really, really strong in this line, but I feel like Claudine's really good. I mean, she has, again, a more of a unique, all purple, long saran hair release. She's a really good makeup style. And again, I love that these dolls all kind of have something really strong going about them. This doll feels like 2016. in the 2024 way, if that makes any sort of sense. Like, she feels modern, but she also feels a little bit dated, but I like that she feels a little bit dated because it kind of gives us like a time period moment. Again, iconic little boots. I think these little things are gonna be annoying to find later on in the world, and the little constellation theme is adorable. I just can see her being that ghoul for a really long time. I also think that, like, again, I know never everyone hates Monsterfest Draculaura, but I think she might be, she is kind of well hated throughout the girls, but just because it's Draculaura and she was in that playset, I think the girls um might live in the future. I don't know, she's like purple lipstick. She's kind of a weird one, but this poly hair sucks. Ugh. So for the next ones, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really check their pricing on the secondhand market, so they might already be expensive, but I just want to bring them on here because I didn't check. I think Meowly and Persephone are some of the most gorgeous G3 dolls, but they released on the weirdest websites. They were released on like Entertainment Earth, Big Brad Toy Store. They might have been sold in stores at maybe Macy's in the United States. I've seen some of these, the Hisfits, the big 3-pack, that I saw that being sold in like some places in real life in different countries, I want to say, maybe. But I have not seen these dolls have an official wide release in the United States, and I know a lot of the collectors live for these two right now. They live for the Meowdy and Persephone. I know a lot of people have them in their iOS, and they don't want to buy that big 3-pack from like a website that's not like, you know, easy, like a Target or Amazon or Walmart. Again, United States, that's what I'm talking about. But I just think that these ones are going to definitely get a little pricier in the future, just because the fact that they are released in a weird 3-pack, they're new characters, and they were not released very well. Because I want these two to be sold singly. I feel like everyone deserves a chance to go to the store and buy these, because again, that's kind of how G3 is mainly sold, is in stores, I would say, at least again in the United States. They are also sold online, but like I feel like the kids buy them in stores, so like that's how they're more able, like when you have something in stores, it's easier to like make more of it. There's more of them made, you know. So I feel like there's less of these dolls being made. But Persephone is so good. Again, they have a really cool like eye thing. I feel like these dolls look very unique again in terms of G3 characters. Like their eyes are something so different. They feel very collector. The way that this Persephone's face done is amazing. The outfits are like okay, like they're not like great, but I just think the base dolls are so adorable. Like Meowdy is Meowdy's perfection. Again, the outfit's kind of funk, but again, they might already be expensive. I don't know, but I think they're really gorgeous. Another one is Fearbrook Twyla. This doll is, again, I think a Target exclusive, so again, more limited in availability, but I think she's a really strong Twyla, and I think Twyla is also another one of those fan favorites right now. I think she has been getting more cookies than she did in G1. I think the girls are really liking her. I know that she's been put in a couple more lines. She got a little mystery potion release. Like, I think she's doing pretty well in the terms of her life. But yeah, this one is a beautiful mug, beautiful curls. I don't like this jacket on her, but I was doing pictures for Instagram, so I like had it on her. But she has like a nice little fun varsity jacket, which is really cool. But under that is I'm just gonna show you guys. We already probably know what this all looks like if you're watching. But I love this dress. This dress I could definitely see the girls gagging over in a couple of years. It's gonna be timeless, but it feels kind of current. And I love these little shoes. Again, unique, big, bold Monster High shoes. It really keeps Monster High. Like, this feels like Monster High when they have a big shoe, because it's kind of more of an Ever After High shoe, I guess, than it is like a G1 Monster High shoe, but it is Monster High, and it's fun, it's big, it's loud, and it's a statement. I don't know, I really enjoy her right now. I think a lot of the fans enjoy this doll as she is right now, but I could definitely see this doll being randomly listed for like $50 on Mercari in like a couple years. Again, not encouraging this behavior, I just want to chat it out. Last dolls I want to talk about in today's video is the Monster High Buried Secrets dolls. I only have the two that I kind of predict the most. I think Claudine and Cleo are going to be very diva-licious in the future. Saying this kind of weirdly because I think out of the assortment that we've seen, I don't know if I have a picture. If I can find a picture, there's a picture on here, but I do know that somebody bought an entire case of the Buried Secrets dolls, and there's like a little guide of how you could find the dolls in it. And usually when the Buried Secrets dolls are being shipped to the stores, they are being shipped in cases of eight, because there's two Draculauras in the front, there's two Claudines in the back, and then there's one Cleo and one Frankie. So out of the assortment of 8 dolls being shipped in each case, the most is Dracula and the most is Claudine, while Frankie and Cleo are again the single ones in the back. Again, I don't know if that's completely true. I did see that somewhere on doll Twitter, so I'm gonna try to put a picture for in the picture and credit. So if whoever did this, if there's no credit on screen, it'll be in the description, or please let me know in the comments below. But update, I either made that up or I can't find it because I googled what I was thinking and I don't have it. So take my word on it, don't take my word on it, I don't care, but I could not find a picture of proof of the shipment boxes, but I think that was going on, so I don't know. But wrapping that up, I do think that Cleo, because she is one of the more, not rare, she's not rare, but she is limited in the quantity she's being sold in. I think this is already, again, a fan favorite Cleo. This is a Cleo that the girls live for because her face is so muggy. It's so muggy in here. The face, the lips are plump, the eyes are gorgeous, and while she is in like a stupid basic little outfit, not stupid, it's a very cute like $14 outfit. Like there's lace, there's ribbon, it's cute. She does have that unarticulated body. I did articulate my bodies. I just swapped the heads and stuff. But I can definitely see this one being relevant in a couple years just because of how gorgeous her face is. And I also brought over Claudine. I don't think anything wrong about Dracula. I think Dracula is kind of the funkiest one in this line, so I don't think she's going to be that divalicious later on. And I think Frankie's cute too, but like Frankie's like, it's like, I don't know, Frankie's like fine. I just think this Claudine is a little bit more unique again. The unique ones stand out within time, and I think that the fact that she has this really fun curly hair is definitely something that a lot of fans have been asking for, and I think I hope that people like this one. I mean, again, they're blind box, so it's not like you can like really tell how much each are selling because they're all selling like the same amount, I guess, because again, they are a blind box, but like usually when it all sold separately, you can like tell which one's doing better. Claudine has a really cute, unique face, and I can definitely see her being a favorite. I already see a lot of restyles on the stall. I've been seeing everyone give Buried Secrets a restyle, to be fair, but I've been seeing her the most. That's kind of even why I bought her, to be honest, because I kept seeing her on my Twitter, and I'm like, she's really pretty, and I just needed her, so I bought her, and I love the stall. But that was it for today's video. This is, again, a fun, lighthearted Ghoulchat. I don't want anyone to take anything from this video to go buy any of the dolls I talked about because you think they might get expensive in the future. Dolls are horrible investments for everyone watching. They go up and they go down, and there's not an investment. Dolls is for fun. Dolls are not for storing your money away. I promise you guys, these dolls could go to $3 in the future, and don't blame me. I'm just having a fun Ghoulchat. I'm just talking about the dolls that I think are, again, fan favorites, ones people like, and the ones that I could see getting expensive because, again, I have been collecting for so many years. I've been seeing the prices up and down and da-da-da-da. They've been voguing. They've been voguing with the prices, and I'm done. But yeah, please let me know in the comments below any of your thoughts and any of your feelings for which Monster High dolls you think are going to get expensive in the future. Also, let me know which dolls you think are going to get super, super, super cheap. I definitely feel like if I have to answer that question of which doll I think is gonna get like the cheapest, I think some of the funkier ones, like some like the weird playset ones, like that new Frankie Stein coming out, I don't think people really like them, so I can't see them being a fan favorite later on. But yes, I'm dying to chat with you guys in the comments, and for now, I want to thank you guys again though so much for watching today's video. I love you guys all endlessly, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Smooches!